Are live from the Watertown Holiday Shootout. Gary Whipperman, W7, and our special guest, a good buddy of mine, Jenna Kep from Watertown. Jenna, thanks for joining us and being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So Jenna's a 2019 Watertown graduate, and get a chance here to call the game with her former teammates. And Coach Stolberg told me, he said, "Now be ready." He said, because when this game's over, you're going to learn a lot about basketball that you didn't know that you thought you knew. So he's really put the pressure on you already. I think you're ready for it, though.
For sure.
Well, thoughts on this game coming in, Jenna? Let's start with Watertown. Thoughts on this team, the Watertown team so far this season?
I think they've done a great job. They've had a lot of close games, but a lot of blowouts as well. And I think that their defense is really going to give teams some trouble.
And, they like that slow pace. They like to play, a lot of half-court ball, really focusing on getting into Taya Moss and having her kind of drive the offense. But they've had some other pieces as well that have helped out. Aubrey Schmutzler having a great start to the year as well. So those are two to keep an eye on. What about Washington? Which will we be looking for from Washington today?
I think McNeil is just going to be a powerhouse. I think they are going to have to stop her. And once they do, the other girls are going to have to step up in order to get the job done.
Well, that's going to be the challenge for Washington, is being able to get Tanya McNeil looks at the basket. So Tanya, you got to remind me, it's Tanya. I called her Tanya before. It's Tanya. So Tanya transferred from Germantown to Milwaukee, Washington after last season. So she's at Washington now, averaging, I think we've got it up here, 18.2 a game. So off to a great start. Should be a good one. First one of 5, so a triple header then a double header. We're going to go on the floor, national anthem, starting lineups, all that fun stuff. Jenna, you know all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back and get this thing started. You are watching the one, the only W7, and yes, for the Watertown Gosling Holiday Tournament, we are live. W7 just in time basketball right away. Aubrey Schmutzler to the rim and to the basket for 2. I didn't get a chance to sit down, Jenna. Quick 2 for Watertown, 2-0. We'll get the scoreboard up for y'all here pretty soon. Larry Klein on the, I wouldn't say the big cam, he's the executive producer today. Another promotion, Larry. You keep moving up in the W7 world here. 2-0 Watertown. Just underway, 17:40 to go first half. This is the Watertown Holiday Shootout, live from Watertown High School, first of 5 games. Gary Whipperman, W7, joining me. Jenna Kep, from graduate from Watertown in 2019, played basketball for this team, and Dad has something to do with the school, right? Is he like the athletic director or something?
Something like that.
Is he the head guy in charge? That we don't call him that, do we?
No, we won't give him that much credit.
See, I love how you're starting out here. This is the perfect. You're right in the zone. You're already part of the W7 family. Great job. JB kept great friend of ours. He's been so supportive of what we're doing, and really lets us have our run of the place when we come over here, which is really cool. So we love coming here. Washington in gold and Watertown in white. 2-0 here. Here's Schmutzler. Talk about Aubrey Schmutzler. Jenna, tell me about Aubrey.
She is a tough player. Plays the top of the zone, so she gets a lot of tips and deflections for sure, and she's the heart of this team right now. She's
a hard worker, isn't she? Well, she loves going after loose balls. I mean, she loves getting dirty out on the floor, doing all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, she'll die for any ball on the ground.
Already 4-0 Watertown, 4 points for Schmutzler to start. And there's a 3. Kaya Clark for 3. Not to be confused with Kay Clark, alumni from Milwaukee King, Larry's neck of the woods. This is Kaya Clark for Washington. It is 4-3 in favor of Watertown. Here's Tanya McNeil with the ball now for the Pure-Golders. Tanya, 3 years with Germantown, transferred to Washington this year, leading scorer on this team, 18.2 points a game. And Jenna, you were really impressed with her, with her percentages and really her shooting numbers.
Especially that 3-point percentage for her being able to get in the lane and post up and also shoot the 3 ball.
She can shoot the rock. She did a good job. I mean, Germantown, you're not going to see the floor if you can't shoot from outside. I mean, that's their MO. 4-3. 6 cameras today, Jenna. Can you believe that? We got 6 cameras running on W7 today.
That's quite a few.
Girls are going to think they're VIPs when this day is over with. 4-3, 16:07 to go first half. Watertown with the lead. So, Jenna, is it hard to watch the game and not want to be in there? I mean, I assume seeing this makes you want to be back playing the game again.
I mean, obviously I missed certain parts of it, but it's cool to see them out there and doing well and playing as a team.
Nice look, back door, and 2, Riley Quinn. Jenna, by the way, in case you don't know, is also a athlete in college at Stevens Point, plays on the tennis team. Had a great start. Your first season in the books already, right, for tennis?
Yep, it was a good time.
Which do you prefer, basketball or tennis?
Equally.
Nice, good political answer, very good.
Equally, but tennis was a good season this year.
6-3. Larry, give us a tour of our 6 cameras today. Let's go around the horn real quick. Show off our wares here. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. We got one way up high. Look at that one, way up in the press box. And then that's our 6th one there. So lots of looks for you guys today, and should be a lot of fun. 6-3 first half in favor of Watertown, leading Milwaukee, Washington. Here's Tanya McNeil. She'll bring the ball down the floor. She'll do a majority of the ball handling for this team. Majority of the scoring as well. We know that. Out of bounds, but saved by Moss to Schmutzler. Coming our way. And, just missed it. I should have dove for it. Tanya should have dove for it. Tanya should have went straight, hunted that down for me. I'm trying to say it loud so she'll hear me. 6-3 Watertown. She's all business, though. I tried talking to her before the game. She's like, I'm getting ready to play here.
Game time.
Yeah. Shot is blocked. Well, trademark Watertown Star, just that hard-nosed defense, right, Jenna? I mean, that's the trademark of this team.
It's very hard to play against. It seems like there's more than 5 people on the floor.
Yeah. Well, Monroe had a heck of a time last Saturday. We both saw that one. That was on W7 last Saturday. Made a great comeback, but it was 44-42, and I think Monroe had 13 at the half. So typical of Watertown, they're going to want low scoring. But what's surprising me so far is, they're getting out in transition and trying to push the ball a little bit, which I didn't expect. So maybe they're going to try and run a little bit here to start. Here's Gifford, no good. Rebound, Clark for Washington. 6-3, 14:48 to go first half. First of 5. Coming up next will be Rhinelander and Milwaukee Riverside. That'll be our second game of 5. Here's McNeil down in the corner. That shot is way short. Rebound, Schmutzler. Is it Saturday, Jenna? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Or is it
Friday.
It's Friday. I am so turned around on days. It's Friday. Okay, so tomorrow's okay. So it's Friday. Some people are at work, I guess. Poor
so.
Saps. 6-3, 14:30 to go first half. Checking out for Watertown will be 34. That is Avalon Icky, 6-foot junior. A lot of youth on this team still, Jenna. I mean, they're getting a lot of growing here in this group to do yet.
Yeah, I think only 2 seniors, so a lot of the younger kids are stepping up.
Yeah, Paige, is that Bocce, is that right?
Baki, yeah.
Bocce, Paige Bocce, and Carly Hyman. Carly sang the national anthem our last game that we did. 6-3, Watertown with 14:26 to go first half. Inbounds to Taya Moss, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. Actually, not a foul. It looks like a delay of game warning. So Watertown's already used their delay of game warning. That didn't take long. Coach Stolberg's have to be on his best behavior the rest of the way now. 6-3, 14:22 first half. Here's Gifford.
Those guards are really pressuring
They
them
really.
out there.
I was just thinking that they're not giving them a good look at all. Kick out, 3-point shot is short. That was Riley Frederick. 2 Rileys on this team. Riley Frederick, number 20, and Riley Quinn, number 21. McNeil.
Wow.
Nice. Off the glass. Tanya McNeil. First 2 points for the senior, McNeil.
That was a tough shot.
Well, she made it look easy. That was a really nice shot. 6-5 now in favor of Watertown. Moss traveled. And again, you probably saw this last year, Jenna, that focus is continuing on that first step, making sure that the ball is hitting the floor before you move that pivot foot. They've really, really buckled down on that last year and this year. As a guard, you probably ran up against that once or twice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, of course, all the players say, well, I wasn't doing that, so I don't know why they're calling it on me. But, I'm
you
sure.
never think you do anything
I'm sure
wrong.
you never did that, but, some people do. And foul on the floor. Or out of bounds. I guess it'll be out of bounds, Washington ball. Washington in gold and Watertown in white. This is Tanya McNeil with the ball up top. Overthrown, and it's going to be Watertown ball. Well, a couple things at play, right? So one is a 12:30 game is kind of a really weird time for kids. I'm sure you had a few of those games where it's this weird start time. You're used to starting at 7:15 or 7:30, and now you're at 12:30 on a Friday, which is just seems odd. Number 2, you haven't played in probably a week, so you're going to see some rust, I would think, here to start. Shot, and almost the basket to go with it.
And with not having school, you're out of routine and you're not really used to it.
Right. Avalon Icky, nice drive to the rack, and she'll go to the line for 2. 6-5, 13-16 to go first half. Icky, Coach Stolberg doesn't post a lot of his stats, unfortunately.
Not till the end.
Believe that. He's one of those tinfoil on the head. Everybody's trying to steal all his stuff. Icky averaging 6.3 per game. Second one is good. 8-5.
She's a pretty consistent free throw shooter, though.
Very nice. 8-5 Watertown with 13:07 left first half. Ball gets away. McNeil saves it. Nice job by Tanya.
Nice pass.
Into the lane, off the glass, and 1. Brea Horton for 2. See, you understand I'm not 20 anymore, so the vision is not quite where it used to be. 51% on the line this year for Horton, 19 of 37. First one, no good. Or actually, only one. That was an and one, 8-7. Back the other way comes Watertown. Oh, nice dish.
Pass.
And 2.
Very unselfish play.
Was that Schmutzler on the pass?
No, Sydney Linskins, number 2.
Linskins on the pass to 20, Riley Frederick, and it's 10-7 Watertown. And Jenna, I know how polite you are, so you won't do this, but please correct me when I'm wrong, because I'd like to make sure we get the girls' names right and who's doing what. Because believe me, if you don't correct me now, they come back and correct me later. So they'll message me and say, hey, you said it went to so-and-so, but it was really me. But they're usually pretty good about it. They give me some grace. First 2 for Frederick, a really nice pass by Lincolns. She had 2 threes, Linskins. She had 2 threes to open the scoring last week against Monroe. Moss's shot is no good. Taya kind of quiet here to start. Rebound, Washington. This is Maya Goins. 3-point shot partially blocked and rebounded by Watertown. 10-7 with 12:07 to go first half. Down in the corner baseline. McNeil on the help. Boy, good passing. Moss in the lane for 2. Taya Moss.
That was a lot of ball movement on that
Boy,
possession.
the ball movement's really good, isn't it, Jenna? They really they zip it around pretty well.
Makes it hard for those fast defenders for Washington.
12-7. Tell me about practices with Watertown. What are the practices like with Coach Stolberg?
We don't always go the 2 hours, but they're very intense and very specific. The detail that Coach Stolberg has
No
is
surprise on
amazing.
that. Nice little jump stop, but Schmutzler missed it, got her own rebound. She'll be kicking herself for this one. Aubrey.
The preparation, though, is, I think, what sets us apart from other teams.
He really does prepare as well, if not better than just about anybody in the state. I mean, he is the master of preparation for sure.
There's no out-of-bounds play that you don't know for the other
right.
team. Or
I mean, the scouting that he does is, I mean, it's very detailed. 12-7 with 11:15 to go first half. Jenna Kemp joining us on the broadcast today from Watertown. Now a UW-Stevens Point freshman. Shot is no good. McNeil will go to the line, where she is just 56% from the line this year, but she's went 45 times already, 25 for 45 from the free throw line for Tanya McNeil. 11:09 to go first half. Substitution coming in for Watertown. That is 23, Lily Gifford. First shot by McNeil is no good, and rebound Watertown. (12-9), home team up by 3. Schmutzler left alone, shot no good. Rebound Watertown. Oh, little miscommunication there, and knocked away, back into play. Cat-like reflexes, Larry, cat-like reflexes. McNeil will come out for Washington. I think it's 12-9. Watertown by 3. 10:40 to go first half. And there's another steal. Boy, they are scrappy defensively. A lot of steals, a lot of really good rebounds. A lot of good fundamentals. And of course, the minute I say that, Aubrey travels. That is the broadcaster jinx, Jenna. Every time you say something like that, immediately it comes back to haunt you. (12-9), 10:27 left first half. Washington with the ball, trailing by 3. Skip pass. Will Watertown play a lot of zone, Jenna, defensively?
All zone.
All zone.
We'll mix it up a little bit with different types of zones, or rarely man.
Rarely man, though, huh?
Maybe some box and ones, triangle and twos, but mostly 1-3-1.
Did you play up top on the 1-3-1?
I wish. No. I played wing or baseline.
Gotcha. Three-point shot, Gifford, no good. Rebound, Watertown. Shot no good, but fouled. Going to the line will be Autumn Myers. Autumn 5'7" junior. Averaging just 1.4 points per game so far this year.
She does a lot of the little things that don't really show up in the stats, though.
Well, you love kids like that. And, you know, those kids also are so great at having practice because they work their tail off to make sure everybody else gets better. That's you know, they are difference makers on the team. May not, like I said, it may not always show up on the stat sheet, but boy, it sure shows up at the end of games.
She really hustles on that baseline for the 1-3-1 too.
That's a tough job, that baseline. You got to be a really good athlete to be able to run that. Second one, 1 for 2 for Autumn. Kind of feels like autumn outside right now, almost 60 degrees, maybe closer to spring. 13-9, and there's a travel. Turnover to Watertown. Well, a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers. I think if you're Washington, you got to feel pretty good. You're only down by 4 points. It could be way more than that. If you're Coach Stolberg, you're like, hey, we got to take advantage of these opportunities when we get them, and kind of build this lead up. Taya Moss at the elbow, working it around.
They're really trying to stop Taya.
Yeah, you can see they're really collapsing on her. She had 17. She was our player of the game against Monroe. Had a great game. Into Moss. Good defense. And a foul. That'll be on 24, Maya Goins. Goins, 5'9", senior. There are 5 seniors on this Washington team. Kennedy Johnson, Kaya Clark, Raquela Brooks, Maya Goins, and Tanya McNeil. 5 seniors for Milwaukee, Washington. First free throw by Moss is no good. So I know the answer to this, Jenna, but tell me how Coach Stolberg feels about missed free throws.
Oh. Oh, not good.
Not good, right? 1 for 2 for Moss. It is 14-9, Watertown by 5.
Great pass.
Was that Horton? Bria Horton for 2. And make it 14-11. Watertown by 3. 8:49 to go. And a foul. I think it's in the big bag, the big long one. No, the big one. Moss back to the line for 2, 0 for 1 so far. First one, no good. She'll get one more. Second one is good. 1 for 2 for Taya. And 1 for 3 for her so far from the line. A total of just 3 for 7 for Watertown to start from the free throw line.
I'm a little surprised they're going full court press. We never really did that. I like
Moss
it.
And missed the layup. This is what just drives you nuts as a coach. You execute perfectly, you make a great steal, you bring it down the court, and then you miss it, laying it up off the glass. Especially when you're 6'1", like there's no reason Taya should miss that layup, and she knows that better than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
15-11, Watertown by 4. Are you surprised how far out they're pressing on these guards? I mean, they're not giving them any room to shoot whatsoever. There's a steal by McNeil. There's a lazy pass by Icky. Can't have that. Here's McNeil into the lane. Oof.
That was a strong take.
Wow. Well, this is why she goes to the line 47 times already this year. No fear. 15-11, 8:07 left. She wasn't a big scorer for Germantown, but I think what they may miss this year with her being gone is just that toughness. I mean, she's very strong, obviously, and she's not afraid to take it inside. Germantown has a lot of great athletes. I'm not sure how many of those kids like to battle inside. It's a tough job.
She seems to bring a lot of energy.
Yeah, for sure. Missed both free throws, 15-11. Schmutzler, no good, and rebound Watertown. Three-point shot, no good. McNeil will let it go out of bounds. It'll be Watertown ball. $15-11, 7:50 to go first half. These games just fly, Jenna. It's amazing how fast they go.
Goes faster when you're playing, too.
Does it?
Yeah. All of a sudden, you look up at the scoreboard, and there's 3 minutes left in the first half.
Linskin back in for Watertown. 15-11 with 7:50 to go. Oh, they're putting your dad to work already. Boy, the passing has been really questionable here. Look ahead to Schmutzler and missed the layup again. That's the third bunny in a row that Watertown has missed. They should be up 10 now instead of 4. Good defense by Moss, and here they come again. Gifford. Now Sydney Linskins, and we're going to have a turnover. Boy, I tell you, you got to give them helmets and shoulder pads going in here. I mean, it's just lower the shoulder and run into the basket. 15-11 with 7:08 left first half. Coming up next, our 2 o'clock game will be Rhinelander. Our first look at the Hogat. Do you know what a Hogat is?
It's a green
Yeah.
mascot, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
It's a mythical creature, I guess, known to the North Woods. I did not know that. Coach Stolberg enlightened me on that this morning because I asked the question, what is a Hogat?
Oh, I'm sure he did. He
And,
knows every mascot there is.
he was giving me quite the story on it. I'm like, okay, well, I was just like curious. I don't need the whole history on it. But 6:48 to go first half. Pass into Moss. McNeil working her. Nice defense by
Great block.
Ted. Yeah, really nice defense by McNeil. This is a little different for Moss, I think, Jenna, in the fact that, you know, if you look a lot in the Badger, there's not a lot of kids inside as big as McNeil is, and so Taya's kind of used to being the big kid on the block, and in this game, she's not necessarily that.
I think a lot throughout the Badger Conference, it's girls like Benshaw or Tusher that have to play post just because there's no one else to.
Yes, exactly.
So when she's facing a big post like this is tough.
Speaking of that, boy, did Megan Benshaw have a great game last Saturday.
Gosh.
Wow.
Every
just fantastic.
offensive rebound, everything.
She was amazing in that game. McNeil misses them both, misses both. Boy, the free throw shooting has been just horrendous to start. McNeil is 0 for 5 from the line. It's 15-12, 6:31 to go. But again, we knew this was going to be some rust. Everybody's been off for a week and opening presents and eating candy and everything else. I mean, you got to get back into game condition here. How much do you guys practice over the break, Jenna? Did you guys practice a lot or not very much? Or
Coach Schulberg is very good about giving the kids time off during the holidays.
You need that, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you need to, everybody's dinged up after the first third of the season, so you get a little chance to rejuvenate and come back again.
It's a great break.
17-12, Watertown by 5. Pass inside. Ball on the floor and still on the floor, picked up by Washington. 17-12, 5:45 to go out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Pergolders. Timeout. Milwaukee, Washington. We'll take it with them. 17-12 in the first half with 5:46 to go. You're watching W7. 77, 17-12, 5:46 to go first half. So Jenna, let me ask the players' perspective, and this is not to pump us up, but it's just more. I'm just always curious about the players. You know, last year when you guys saw us come to town and saw us do broadcast, I mean, what was the reaction like for the team to have something like this?
At first, it was kind of nerve-wracking that there was cameras in your face, but it was really cool. I mean, it just brings another boost of energy, and you know that many more people outside of just the building are watching online. It was really cool.
Great. Well, glad to hear that. And yeah, you know, we always say we have an effect of some kind. Sometimes it's really good in that the players, the coach will tell me after the game, I've never seen them play like this. You know, the energy was so high, and then sometimes it's, I've never seen them play like this. They forgot how to play basketball. It just depends on the kids. It depends on the game, and depends on what's going on. First free throw in and good. That is 21, I believe. Quinn, beg your pardon. Riley Quinn. Second one also good. 2 for 2 for Rye. 19-12 in favor of Watertown. Larry Klein on the producer station today for us all day today. Going to be killing it here at Watertown tonight. First of 5 games. So all the great shots you see, all of the graphics you see, all of the other the frills that were put out, Larry's running all that stuff for us behind the scenes today. So appreciate it, my friend, as always. We could not do what we do without you. 19-12 with 5:27 to go first half. Here is McNeil. Ooh, good way to travel on that one. Here she goes again into the lane. Up, scoop shot, no good, but she is fouled. She'll go to the line again for 2. It's been an adventure so far for Tanya from the line. 0 for 5. She's really hurting her free throw percentage here, Jenna. So now she's down to 50%, 25 of 50 on the year. 50 free throws, that is a lot. First one in and good, there it goes. 3 points for McNeil. Again, all scoring today for all games is 100% unofficial. Second one, no good, 1 for 2. 19-13, 5:11 to go first half. Here's Taya Moss. To Gifford.
Play.
Wow, that's a long pass. Too high for Taya. If it's too high for Taya, that's a pretty tall pass.
I knew something was up. Taya was bringing the ball up the floor.
So was that a design play then?
Yep.
So that was the look, is to go to her right after that, after she passed it to Gifford.
Coach Stolberg says just throw it up and Taya will get it. That one might have been too high, though.
Yeah. You know, that's what you used to do for Randy Moss when he played football in the NFL. Just throw it up there, let him go get it. 19-13, 4:51 to go. Stick around for our next game. One of the players on one of the teams from our next game, her cousin is an NFL Pro Bowler. 3-point shot in and good, Lily Gifford. Tell me about Lily, Jenna. She's just she is sophomore, I think. Yeah, just a sophomore.
Yeah, I only got 1 year to play with her because last year she was a freshman, so she kind of had to learn the ropes pretty quickly. But
That's
she got
tough
a lot
coming up, isn't it? Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, coming in as a freshman and playing varsity ball right away, that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, definitely a faster pace that she had to get used to a little bit more, but it seems that she's got it taken care of now.
Lily averaging 3.3 a game. Moss is fouled, so she's already at her average. I think there's a lot of upside with her, though. I really do. I think she's just scratching the surface on what she can do.
Oh, yeah. She's so lengthy, too.
She
On
is
defense, she
very
has a lot
long.
of tips,
Yes.
blocks.
Going to the line for 2 will be Taya Moss. First one is good. 6 points for Taya unofficially. We'll true everything up at halftime and get to the halftime numbers. 23-13, 10-point lead for Watertown, their biggest of the day. Second one for Taya is also good. Hits them both. 24-13, 11-point lead, biggest of the day for Watertown. With 4:13 to go in the first half.
The zone is so hard to play against. It looks so easy when you're just watching,
It
but when you're
does.
out there, it's a lot harder.
So is this the one? So is this a 1-2-2? It looks like.
I think it's still the 1-3-1, but they're moving around people a lot.
And out of bounds, it is Watertown ball up 11 with 3:57. Reminder, following today's game, we will have the Zone Athletics Find Your Zone Player of the Game. And if it's a Watertown player, I'm going to see if Miss Kep will do the honors of doing the interview today. We'll see if she's game for that. Put you on the spot right away here, Jenna.
For sure.
24-13, 3:42 to go. Three-point shot, Gifford, no good. Rebound,
Great
Quinn.
rebound.
Quinn can't be 5'9". Might be a little generous, but good job on getting a rebound in there. 3:38 to go. Quinn averaging just 2.9 points so far this year. First free throw, no good. She has 4 points already.
She's a hustler. She's always on the ground, diving for balls, getting rebounds.
Coming in for Milwaukee King is Candace Dangerfield. You know what we're going to say about her, don't you, Larry? She don't get no respect. Second one is no good. Moss on the rebound. It just seems, Jenna, that Watertown is just outworking these guys and getting all the 50-50 balls are going their way, and that's not just an accident.
They're getting a lot of steals and deflections.
Yep. So Moss will go back to the line. Oh, now you're just showing off over there. Larry's showing off with all his camera angles here. That actually looks pretty good. That one looked pretty good. That, I don't know if that's 5 or what it is, but yeah, it looks good. We used that a lot in the King McWanago sectional game last year. Moss, 1 for 2. It's 25-13, 12-point lead for the Lady Goslings with 3:33 to go. Watertown only playing in only today. They're not playing tomorrow. Coach gave them a choice of what they wanted to do, and I think for the first year, he also wanted this to be freed up to be able to take care of all the things that go with running a tournament like this. And I can tell you, I mean, this is gonna be an annual thing. There is no doubt about it. You can see it already.
A lot of great teams came in.
Yep, and I think it's just this is the first year, and I think it's only going to get better. Good ball movement again. 3:05 to go. Wouldn't mind seeing Gifford take that shot. Nice look. Schmutzler got it. Great pass and finished by Aubrey Schmutzler. 27-13, biggest lead of the night for Watertown. I'll say night all day today just because I like the players are used to 7 o'clock games, not 12:30.
Great take.
Nice take. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound, Watertown. That's number 10. Maya Werning on the rebound. Look for Werning underneath. No good on the shot. Rebound Moss in and good for 2. Taya Moss cleans it up. And it's 29-13. It's all Watertown right now. 16-point lead with 2:13 to go in the first half. Ball on the floor, going to be a jump ball. Jenna, what are your thoughts on this team so far this year? Are they where you thought they'd be, ahead of where you thought they'd be, behind, or right about where you thought Watertown so far this year?
I kind of thought they'd be right where they are right now. I think the potential is through the roof, though. Like,
I agree.
There's a lot of room for growth still.
Well, and the Badger South is wide open. I mean, it's a 4-way tie right now. 4 teams at 3-1. So I mean, that could go anywhere.
A lot of games coming up.
Yep, for sure. Wording into Gifford. Nice pass from Gifford to Icky for 2. First 2 for Avalon, 31-13. Watertown by 18. 1:42 to go. McNeil on the pass into the lane, and no good. Rebound, Avalon Icky. Boy, she's long too. 6 foot tall, Avalon.
She's a hard one to guard. She can shoot the 3, but also post up.
Just a junior. Nice look. Boy, they're killing them on that flash underneath every time. And Coach Stolberg is seeing that open and then just calling it time after time. You keep doing it until they stop you. I mean, if you're going to give them that pass wide open underneath it, they're going to take it. 1:05 to go, 31-13. And we're going to have a foul, maybe on Moss. We'll see. So Jenna, would you prefer the Little 10 or the Badger? Because you played a year of the Little 10, didn't you? Or
yeah,
2 years maybe?
2 years in the Little 10.
What?
I like the rivalries of the Little 10 with
Yeah, agreed.
Oconomowoc, Beaver Dam. But I like seeing the different players and meeting new kids throughout the Badger South. Like that All-Star game was really fun. With I got to say that I got to play with Sydney Hilliard and
Isn't
Tara
that great?
Soffager and all them. Like
Amazing.
that's pretty cool to say.
Yes, very cool. Icky! And the basket. Nice job, Avalon. You know, Coach Stolbergrave wanted to play 2 games after all, the way these guys are playing. Avalon to the line for 1. I saw a black screen there, Larry. What's going on? You're falling apart on me? That's it. Every time you make a mistake, that you get docked 15 minutes of using your phone from now on. So you're down 15 minutes right now. 34-13. I had to get him to laugh somehow. 34-13 with 41 seconds to go in the first half. So at 1:26, you can use your phone again, assuming there's no more mess-ups. 30 seconds. And foul on the floor. It's a 13-0 run right now for Watertown. 34-13. It was 21-13. Kennedy Johnson on the line for 1-1. Kennedy 38% from the line this year, 5 for 13. First one. Ooh, boy, she got a mark on that baby. No good. Those were my free throws when I was in high school. They said they had ice on it when they came down. I like the arc. Pass to Moss. Dribbles into the lane. Picks up her dribble. Back up top. Schmutzler. 13 seconds and counting. Icky got Moss wide open again. Boy, they're just killing him on that pass every time. Taya Moss. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Are they aware of it? 1 second. Chucks it from half court. Halftime. Your halftime score is Watertown 36 and Milwaukee, Washington 13. We're going to take a break and come back. We'll get you ready for the second half. You are watching W7 Live.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. 'Cause there's a root for the home team. And if I don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause there's a 1, 2, or 3 right out at the old ball game.
You got it, dude.
Nice hit,
Down the
right
line,
down the
it's a fair
line.
ball.
Sending her,
Molman
sending her.
scores. Coming around at home and in there.
Nice hit by Hannah Johnson.
Is Emily Stangy, and Johnson trying for third and gonna be out. Clutch
There we
hitting
go, that was
for
really
Hannah
clutch.
Johnson.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. She always comes through at the perfect times for a nice hit.
First pitch hit in the air to right field. Hannah Johnson on the catch. Nice catch by Hannah in right. That's the all-conference outfielder right there, all Woodland outfielder making the play in right for the out.
W7, we are back halftime, 36-13 in favor of Watertown. Gary Whipperman, W7, along with Jenna Kep, our special guest analyst from Watertown. So, Jenna, thoughts on first half?
Watertown had full control, but I think Washington is pretty scrappy, so I think they can make a small comeback here, but good first half so far.
Well, while we're on camera, let's give a good shout out to a great friend of both of ours, Bree Korducky. I know you were talking to Bree, and she wanted to be here today, but had a family event. So thinking about you, kiddo. Hope things are going well. I know you know her pretty well.
Yeah.
So good to hear from you, Bree. Hope things are well, and look forward to catching up soon. Here we go. Back start second half, 36-13. Scoring for Watertown in the first half. Taya Moss led all scoring with 15 points. Aubrey Schmutzler with 7. Avalon Icky with 4. Riley Quinn with 4, Lily Gifford with 3, and Autumn Myers with 1. That's 36 for Watertown. For Washington, this will not take long at all. McNeil with 5, Bria Horton with 4, Kaya Clark with 3, and Casmira Brown with 1. 36-13 as we start the second half. 17:35 to go, just underway. Watertown in white, Washington in gold. 23-point lead for the Lady Goslings. Here is Riley Quinn back out to Gifford. Schmutzler will take the 3 and no good. Not sure that's the shot that you want right there. 24, Goins on the rebound. 36-13. Well, if you're Washington, you'd love to get a couple quick baskets here, get some momentum going. McNeil, no good on the shot. Rebound, Lily Gifford just has not fallen for Tanya here so far tonight. Just 5 points. She's averaging 18 a game. Taya Moss, 15 points in the first half. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, there's going to be a travel on Quinn. Turnover. It'll be Washington ball. Should probably address that floor issue there. 36-13. 23-point lead for the Lady Goslings, and Washington in no hurry here. Almost got a 10-second violation, just walking it up the floor. Down in the corner. Wild jump shot, no good. Icky on the rebound. She's played well tonight. Avalon has. 36-13. Here's Gifford. Oh, that's a tough pass. But Moss is there. 3-point shot, got it. Avalon Icky for 3.
She's a really hard worker. She was always in the gym, on the gun, shooting hundreds of shots, so it's fun to see it pay off.
7 points for Avalon, averaging 6.3, so above her average already. 39-13 in favor of Watertown, and there's a steal. Now, here's always the question, Jenna, and I'd like to get your opinion. It's always, okay, well, if you try to score now and try to run your offense and play your game, it's, well, you're running the score up because you're already ahead by 26 points. But at the same time, I mean, you got to still work on things. I mean, it's still a game, and you still want to improve your team regardless of the score, right?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think the biggest thing is just not creating bad habits for the next games coming up.
No question. Schmutzler rims in and out, rebound, McNeil. And that's an offensive foul charge. Believe it or not, Washington has now not scored in almost 11 game minutes since their last point. It's 39-13. It was 18-13. It's a 21-0 run. The last time that Washington scored, there was 8 minutes left in the first half, and now we're 15-20 in the second half. That's tough.
I like to see them pick up the pressure a little bit. They gave Watertown a little trouble in the beginning. Maybe a press or even just in the half court.
39-13. Coming up next, Rhinelander and Riverside. There's a turnover. And to that point, there's no transition. I mean, it's just walking up the floor on every possession. McNeil has it knocked away.
Ooh.
Nice backdoor cut. Goins, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. 52% on the year for Maya Goins, 11 of 21. As a team, Washington 48% from the free throw line. First one is out and no good. 14:51 to go. First of 5, so 4 more today, including tonight's the finale when W7 gets taken over by South 78 Radio and becomes W78 as John Satterley comes and takes over our station for the night as Blackhawk plays Marshall. So I get to be John's guest on W78 tonight. Gotta watch out for those radio guys, Johnny. You never know. I mean, just somebody tells you they're a radio guy, always take it with a grain of salt. 39-13, shot by Icky, no good. She'll go to the line again for 2. I think the thing that really impresses me most with Watertown is they contest everything. I mean, every pass, every shot, every dribble, every possession. There's constant pressure. There's somebody in your face nonstop, and that. Well, I think you mentioned it at the outset. I mean, that can really wear a team down if you're not used to that kind of just constant pressure.
For sure.
Icky gets the first one. That is 8 points for Avalon. 40-13 with 14:40 to go. Second one, also good. Very nice. 41-13, 14:40 left. McNeil.
She was thinking about it.
Yeah, that's a tough cross court there. Shot, no good. Good rebound, good position, rebound, and up and in, and the drought comes to an end. Raquela Brooks for 2. To make it 41-15. I got to tell you, Jenna, I'm kind of spoiled today. I'm not running the scoreboard. I'm not trying to flip cameras. I'm just sitting here hanging out with you watching the game. This is pretty fun.
Day full of basketball.
I
like
know
that.
it. Sydney Linskins gets her first points of the night. 3-pointer. It's 44-15. Sid averaging 5.7 a game. Here's McNeil. Gets the rebound, and we're going to have a foul on the floor.
Wow, she is very strong.
She is very strong. You know what I'm surprised I don't see more of is on that penetration. I don't see more drive and kick. Kick it out for an open look. They've not really shot a ton of outside shots, and maybe they just don't have the shooters for that. But it seems like they get it into the lane. I mean, it's going up to the rim instead of kicking it out and looking for an open shot. There's a nice ball movement. Shot didn't go, but that was really nice execution by the Pergolders on that possession. 24 goings on the shot. 44-15, 13:27 to go. Nice head fake by Quinn. Moss was looking for Icky looking for a foul, didn't get it. Good no call on that. 44-15 looked pretty clean. Coach Stolberg has been very quiet down there, Jenna. He's not his usual, demonstrative self. And I warned him about getting any technicals today. Your dad said no technicals allowed today.
I'm sure he did say that. I'm waiting for the why are we reaching?
That is so. We got that. We got that. One of our commercials. Next break, give us the Matt Stolberg. Why are we reaching? You should see him on there.
Bree, that's for you.
Yeah, Bree Korducky, that's for you, my friend. 3-pointer, McNeil got it. 8 points for McNeil, 44-18. Coach Stolberg told me that he has people asking that all the time. They walk up and say, why are we reaching?
We always give him a hard time about that.
I still laughed how nobody from your team jumped up to say, Coach, let me tell you why.
Oh, that'd be the last thing I would want to do.
44-18, McNeil, cross-court pass. Good, boy, great move. You just see flashes out of this Washington team, don't you?
Yeah.
So that was Brooks. Really nice, great head fake, great first step. Didn't get the basket, but really nice drive to the rack and off the glass. She'll go to the line for 2. Brooks, one of the 5 seniors on this team, averaging 6 points a game. First one in and good. Just 3 for Raquela so far. 44-19. Again, great camera angles, great shots by Larry Klein running our producer station today for us and killing it from Watertown. Second one also good, 2 for 2 for Raquela Brooks. 44-20, 12:30 remaining.
I like this pressure by Washington.
Yeah, they stepped up a little bit pressure-wise. Boy, nice drive in and finish. Sydney Linskins, that's 5 for Sid. 46-20, 12:07 remaining. Three-point shot, no good. Smart play by Autumn Myers. This is what you talked about earlier, Jenna. Just, she does a lot of those little things and just a smart player. I mean, the instinct of an athlete is to go chasing after the ball and try to make some crazy play rather than just let it go out of bounds. Nobody's contesting it, and it's your ball. Again, doesn't show up on a stat sheet, but really makes a big difference in the outcome of games.
That's why she's on the floor, too.
Yep, no question. We got an injured player for Washington. We can see who that is, Larry. Is that McNeil? No. It's not Brooks. Might be. It's not Goins. Maybe Kennedy Johnson. We'll see. $11:50 to go. It's 46-20. Watertown. We're going to stop for an injury for Milwaukee, Washington. Still can't see who it is. And they'll take their time as they should. No rush at all. I think you're right, Jen. I think it is Kennedy Johnson, 5'3" senior.
Just hope it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, she's going to need some help getting off the floor. Looks like a knee. And you can see she's got a brace on her right knee already. And she'll get a nice hand from the crowd as she should. And she's obviously in pain. That's Kennedy Johnson, 5'3" senior on this team. So she'll come out, obviously, and doubt we'll see her back today. And hopefully she's okay. 11:50 remaining, 46-20. Well, you just hate seeing that, too. You hate seeing kids off the floor like that. And I see the Riverside kids across the way checking out the end of this game. They'll be next, taking on Rhinelander. See the Rhinelander kids over there. We asked a trivia question yesterday. We did a poll on the trivia question asking who, out of all the players that are here this weekend, who is the leading free throw percentage shooter? We gave 4 choices, and nobody picked the one that it was. So we had 40-some votes, and nobody picked her. It was Ella Sheik from Rhinelander. 85.7% is the leading free throw shooter of all players with at least 15 free throws. Nice backdoor double dribble. See, Autumn, we were talking all good about you. Come on now.
She got a little too excited.
She did. 46-20, 11:37 to go. So, Jenna, what do you do now? So tennis season's over. Is it like a club season, or is it training? I mean, what do you do? Do you play spring ball as well?
We have a spring season, too, for tennis that will start up after break. But we'll have some hitting sessions for indoor just while it's still snowy or nets aren't up.
Right, yeah. Although you could probably put them up this week. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah, I wish.
So Bree Korducky just retweeted us, by the way, so I know she's watching. Great friend of ours. She's always been one of my personal favorites. She knows that, too. 46-20, 11:04 to go. With a name like Korducky, she's got to be. I mean, that's the greatest name ever. I've told her that 100 times. That's the coolest name. I love it.
We came to Watertown's practice yesterday, just to say hi to the girls and
Nice.
shoot a little bit. And guess what shirt Bree was wearing?
What?
W7 for the girls.
Get out. Are you serious?
100% serious.
Oh. I wish I would have been here. First free throw is, that just melts me, Larry. You know that when I hear stuff like that. It's every time it gets to me. 1 for 2 for 31. That is Carly Hyman, the senior. Boy, Carly can sing. I'll tell you what, Jenna, that kid's got a great voice.
Oh, yeah. She's so nice, too. It's fun to see her out there.
27-point lead with 10:50 remaining. Here's McNeil. Who else was in your class last year, Jenna, played basketball last year for Watertown? It was you, Bree, and who else?
Brianna Hendricks.
Oh, yeah, so Brianna Hendricks, that's right.
And Peyton Zuki.
That's right.
Just four
Just
of us.
4 of you, right? Yeah. So where's Hendricks at now?
She is working and going to Madison College.
Gotcha.
Staying here close to home. And Peyton is at Oshkosh right now.
Nice. Nice shot by McNeil, in for 2.
And Bree Kordecki at lacrosse.
Yeah, I knew she was at lacrosse.
She had a good volleyball season.
Awesome. I didn't get to see her play in high school. We just kind of we started volleyball right as the season was kind of winding down. We didn't get a chance to go. I don't know who is Beth Risler. Do you know Beth Risler?
Oh, I know Beth.
So Beth is like Beth is like one of our big followers of W7 and like such an advocate for Watertown athletics.
Oh, she's everywhere.
And she, constantly is like, "Are you coming to Watertown? Are you coming to Watertown?" I'm like, "Beth, we're working on it." When we did the Monona Grove game, and we ended up getting canceled because of things came up over at Monona Grove. I mean, she was up in arms about like, what's going on? Not in a bad way. Just she really advocates for Watertown girls athletics.
She cares a lot. She's always at the games, whether Bree was playing or not. She was at multiple sports.
So I told Beth we're for sure going to do a softball game with Watertown this year. I don't think I could get away with not doing a softball game this year.
No, she wouldn't let that happen.
49-22 and timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with a 9:46 to go. You're watching W7.
Hands, sink in. Why are we reaching? Why would we reach?
That's a good question. I wonder if he's going to get an answer to
Coach
that.
Stolberg asked a rhetorical question. I'm not seeing any Watertown kids jumping to answer it.
No, nobody raised their hand.
32.
Oh, coach.
Oh, I know. me, pick me.
Yeah.
49-22, 9:43 to go, second half. Reminder, stick around for the Zone Athletics Find Your Zone player of the game coming up. Jenna and I will be talking with a young lady from Watertown. We'll let you know who that is. In the meantime, Tanya McNeil gets a basket and foul, 49-24. 9:35 to go. Well, things are going good now, Jenna, when Larry's actually ahead of the scoreboard on the floor here. I mean, his scoreboard is already ahead of what's going on in the game. So, Larry, you can have your phone privileges restored for another 15 minutes. Never mind, it just went black again. You're grounded again, mister. We do this all year long. It's how we stay sane. 40 or stay insane, one or the other. 49-24, 9:20 to go. See, Larry, I jinxed you when I gave you those extra privileges. I won't do that again. Don't worry. You'll get no more privileges today. Don't worry. I may even dock you lunch. 49-24. 3-point shot, in and good. Paige Baki for 3.
Guarantee she's the smiliest person on the floor.
Well, we love kids like that for sure. Those are our favorites. 51-24, 27-point lead for Watertown.
After the Monroe game, she comes out of the side doors and she just has the biggest smile on her face. She goes, "Guys, I scored 1 point."
Nice. Well, she got a big 3 tonight. Horton for two. It's 51-26. 8:32 remaining. Uh-oh, I see in crutches. That's not good. Kennedy Johnson will get some crutches, it looks like. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Dad on the spot, Jenna. That's, you know, one of 100 things that he does. Again, people will never see, and that's we love our athletic directors. They do so much stuff behind the scenes that nobody even knows about. I mean, stuff like that. You know, go in and retrieve crutches. I mean, nobody thinks about that, but that's one of a million things he has to do during the course of an event.
As much as I give him a hard time, he does do a lot.
Well, you know that as an 80s kid. I mean, you know, and they're always at events. They're always at the school, constantly. So I mean, you have to sacrifice time with him because I mean that's what he does. I mean, it's a big job. So we try to keep what we need from our ADs really, really light because we know they're already doing 100 things at once. Pass inside. Back out around we go.
Great extra pass by Autumn.
Gifford, no good, gets her own rebound off the glass. Lily Gifford. 5 for Gifford, and we're going to have a stoppage. Did he say traveling? Not sure what the call was. Basket counted. 53-26. Yeah, it could be an equipment thing or who knows. Watertown Holiday Classic brought to you today by our friends at Zone Athletics. On W7, all 5 games today and 6 tomorrow. All of them on W7. 3-point shot, no good. Good defense. On the rebound was Ayana Massey for Washington, and it'll be a turnover. It'll be Watertown ball. 7:16 to go, 53-26. And this is where, you know, kids like Paige Bakke and like Autumn Myers and kids like that, this is where they really get opportunities to, you know, show their skills and to show they want to compete for minutes. I mean, the game isn't over. I mean, this is where these kids are trying to get, you know, show what they can do as well. Autumn, did you like that? See, I knocked it right back to her. It's boom, right? I was all over that.
No expression.
Nothing, just silence.
Got a quick smile there.
She's like, are you talking to me? 6:54 remaining, 53-26, a 27-point lead for the Lady Goslings. So will Coach Stolberg be happy with today's performance, do you think, Jenna? I mean, what do you think the girls are going to hear afterwards tonight?
I think every coach has to be happy with an ultimate victory, but I mean, I think he's the type of coach that, not that something's always wrong, but there's always something that you guys can get better at.
There's always room for improvement,
yeah.
right?
So I think he'll focus on the positive parts. I think he'll try to correct those mistakes as well.
So Watertown will move to 5-3 on the year. Back in the conference play starting next week, so they'll get the rest of this week off, and then back next Friday playing at Madison Edgewood, and they are a much improved team from last year. Ella Foti back on the team for Edgewood. 53-26, 6:40 remaining.
Balake Dieng has just gotten better too.
Balake is such a great athlete. Oh my goodness,
phenomenal
is she an athlete.
tennis player.
And Sarah Lazar also very, very strong.
Great shooter.
Coach Dobson's in the house from Slinger. Our little Owls are making their way down the aisle here. Maddie Rowe and Callie Zabel, and Callie gives us the big wave. 53-26, 6:07 to go.
I used to play AAU out of Brookfield with Anna Breyer and Danny Benemeter.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Anna Breyer is such a great player. 56-26, three-pointer, no good by McNeil. Rebound, Washington. Slinger coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon against Pius Catholic. That'll be a fun one. That will be a battle, those two. I'm really excited about that one. 4 o'clock. Next is Rhinelander and Milwaukee Riverside. 5:33 remaining. It's 56-26. It's been all Watertown today. Shot is no good, and rebound up and in. Autumn Myers for two. 58-26. So Edgewood on next Friday, and then it's at Oregon, Milton at home, and then a non-conference game against Catholic Memorial. So the first couple weeks in January will be some pretty good competition for the Lady Goslings. Baseline, jump shot short. I believe this is our last time seeing Watertown this year, unfortunately. But no, we'll see one more time at the Badger Challenge. That's right. So 3 games with the Lady Goslings this year. Should have been 4. I'll leave it at that. 56-26. We did a poll question this morning I put out there on our Twitter page asking who was the first girl to give the answer for the girls after an interview on W7. And we put 4 guesses up, and it was pretty much split among all 4. And then our good friend Jason responded. He goes, some people have not been watching near enough W7. That's an easy one. It was Drew Henning from Aguanago. Drew was the first one ever to say for the girls on one of our player interviews. So Drew Henning was the correct answer. But we put some trick answers up there. We had Alyssa Nelson up there from New Berlin West. Remember Alyssa? We had Julia Hintz from New Berlin Eisenhower. And we had Anna Mortag from Brook Central. So it was a trick question. First free throw, no good. 58-28, 4:25 remaining. Well, I'll tell you what, that Slinger Pius game is going to be a fun one. Seeing Jasmine Kondrakevich going up against Anna Breyer. That's worth admission right there. Just those two going at it. Brooks hits 1 of 2, 58-29, 4:24 to go. As you see, Jenna, we're all over the place on these calls. I mean, sometimes we'll be on the game, sometimes we're on other stuff. I mean, this is how we roll. We never want anybody to take us too seriously.
Unpredictable.
That's right. Riley Frederick for 2. Boy, everybody's getting in the act on scoring tonight. 60-29 with 4:01 to go. Goins looking for McNeil. Nice defense by 31. Hyman. And traveling on the Pergolders. No freshmen on this team, Jenna, for Watertown. All the sophomores. So you've played with all of them. Well, I maybe a couple of the sophomores were on JV last year. Werning probably.
She got brought up for playoffs last year.
Okay. Riley Quinn maybe. Lily, I know, was on varsity last year. Mm-hmm. And one. Carly Hyman. And the foul. 3 points for Carly. Blew out her season average of .8. She's crushing her season average today. 62-29, 3:46 remaining. Free throw is good. 63-29, 34-point lead. Go ahead.
It's fun to see her out there too, because she works so hard during practice. So it's good to see that she gets an opportunity to be out there.
And again, you know, those kids are the lifeblood of your team, because if you don't have them, there's nobody to really work and push those varsity players. You need Carly's. You need all those kids. And you know what? It's always one of those situations where at any point Taya Moss could go down, and that's it. And then somebody's got to step up, and that's where these kids are so invaluable.
She just accepts her role too. That's the best place, are the role players.
Those are the best kids, because they get what they bring to the team. And you know what? The thing I love about kids like that is most often they see it even more than like their parents do, other kids in the school do. They understand their role, because the coaches tell them what their role is. They tell them, and they don't necessarily broadcast that, but they say, hey, this is what I need from you. And those conversations aren't always had at the parent level, and a lot of times the kids, by the time the coach tells it to the kid gets home, that conversation is long gone.
Yeah.
And so, you know, those coach-player relationships are so important, especially with role players like this. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Baseline jump shot, no good. And rebound, Washington.
The assistant coaches for Watertown, too, do a great job of that.
It's a great staff, yeah.
The lower level of Coach Bryan or Coach Woodard or Coach Sherwell, they're all very, very good at that.
63-29, 3:01 remaining. Reminder, coming up next is Rhinelander And Milwaukee Riverside, the scheduled start time is 2 o'clock. We'll be a little bit after that. We're gonna run this one a little bit late. I assume that'll be the theme for the day. We'll see how late the 7:30 game starts tonight. A lot of fouls in this one, though. It's been a lot of stoppages. Baki, no good this time. Rebound, Washington.
It's cool to see Paige out there again, too, because she didn't play last year. So coming out for the senior year is kind of cool to see her out there again.
Was she hurt or just didn't go out?
Nope, just didn't go out. Thought, why not senior year just
Absolutely,
for fun?
no question about it.
And she embraces her role 100%.
Well, drained a nice 3 earlier, too, to go along with it. So now, Jenna, here's the question. Will the girls all go home and watch this afterwards?
I think maybe, yeah.
They're more interested in what you had to say about them. They'll be very curious about that, I'm sure. I always say 80% of our viewers occur within the hour after the game. It's usually the players that go home and watch.
Oh, I did that all the time.
Did ya?
Every game. Watch each game about 3 times. Huddle,
Nice.
W7, and huddle again.
Fantastic. Tanya McNeil comes out for Washington. 63-29, 2:17 to go. Hyman, no good. Good job following her shot. Didn't get the rebound, though. Here comes the Pearl Holders, trailing by 34. Out of bounds. Washington ball, 2 minutes to go. Drive into the lane, no good. Gets her own rebound, back up again, no good.
Another rebound.
Another rebound, third time's the charm, and a foul. Kamari Leonard on the basket. Averaging just 0.2 points per game. She'll go to the line for 2, 1 for 2 on the season from the free throw line. And very nicely puts it in. 63-32, and that's a prime example we were talking about, Jenna, and that is, Kennedy Johnson goes out. Somebody's got to step in and fill that role, and Leonard came in, nice basket, and great job on the finish of the three-point play. 1:36 remaining.
Great cut.
Boy, nice job, really
Great pass,
nice.
too.
Use the backboard, Sid. Who was that?
Macy Zupke.
Macy Zupke for 2.
She goes by Mace Dog.
Mace Dog gets her first bucket of the night. See, this is why I love having players on, because they know all this inside stuff that we have no idea of.
Well, I guess me and Bree are only call her Mace Dog.
Hey, you guys, that's a big deal. Paige gave Jenna a big smile as she walked by.
Walk into practice yesterday, she goes, "She's my neighbor." Yes, we are, Paige. Yes, we are.
Paige will go to the line here, 65-32 with 1:08 remaining. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound on the free throw. That's good hustle. That's just want to is all that is.
I tried convincing her to play last year, but
She
that
should
didn't
have.
work
She
out.
should have played.
Athletic kid. Great catcher for softball.
Oh, so we'll see her at softball this year then for sure.
Great
There-
drive.
To the
there
rack
we go.
for 2.
Paige
Paige Bucky. Nice little highlight clip there for Paige. 67-32 with 37 seconds remaining. And there's a steal.
Paige Backy. Oh, she's letting it fly.
Heat check from Baki.
She's still smiling out there.
Baki on the heat check. Not quite there yet, Paige, but it looked good.
You know when the ball goes corner right in front of your bench or the student section.
Oh,
One of the two, it's flying.
You're lighting that baby up. 8 seconds and counting, 67-32 out of bounds. It'll be Washington ball. Reminder, stick around. We'll have the Zone Athletics Finders Own Player of the Game here in just a moment. We will not tell you who that is yet. You'll be surprised. 4 seconds. And no good, and that's your game final score. Watertown 67, Milwaukee, Washington 32. We're going to take a break and come back with the Zone Athletics Finders Own Player of the Game. You're watching the Watertown Holiday Shootout on W7. W7, we are back with the Zone Athletics Finders Own Player of the Game. It is Avalon Icky from Watertown. Avalon, nice game today.
Thank you.
Well, I told Jenna and I were talking. I said, Coach Solberg picked one game to play in this tournament. The way you guys played today, he may have wished to pick two.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys came out right away, started out hot, stayed hot the whole game. I mean, thoughts on how things went today?
Well, in the beginning of the game, we were kind of flat, and Solberg told us that he was almost going to call a timeout because we were just not passing well and not shooting well. But then he said we fought through, and that's what we did the rest of the game. Just made good passes, did really good weak side cuts, and made our shots.
Well, we've seen you guys 2 games in a row now. We saw you last Saturday against Monroe, a tough game against Monroe. You won that, and then a win tonight. You guys playing your best ball right now, do you think, or is there more growth yet?
There's definitely more to come. We were actually at practice yesterday, and Stolberg said that there's so much more growth that we can have on our defense. Yeah, we get around 45 tips a game, but we can make that more. We're definitely a good team defensively, and I know we can get better.
Well, one of your former teammates joining us today on the broadcast. We talked a lot about you, so you'll want to go back and watch and see what to say. But Jenna, thoughts or questions for Avalon?
All right, so Avalon, what's been the favorite part of the season so far?
I would say probably the practices, just because we're all so close and we have such a good bond together. Yeah, Stolberg makes us run and makes us sweat a lot, but we pull through every single practice for the 2 hours, and it's just great being with the girls. We're like a huge family. We play with each other since 4th grade, so it's just nice seeing them every day.
So speaking of Stolberg, what do you think he does for your team?
He puts confidence in us. He tells us whenever we have halftime, he's like, I know you can do better. I know you can make more shots. You can do this. You can do that. He has so much confidence in us because he knows how we can play, and I love that about him.
Well, and you guys played really well today. I thought it was definitely a team effort all the way. We'll see you guys again at the Badger Challenge in a couple weeks over at Beaver Dam. But, you know, things looking good so far. But you got some tough games coming up here in the next couple weeks. So best of luck to you guys in that.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll see you around the next couple days. So I have not prepped Avalon for this question. Do you think she knows the answer?
She's got it. It's Avalon.
Okay, here we go. Avalon, are you ready?
Yes.
Uh-oh, I'm worried that she doesn't know the answer. I'm worried. Okay, here we go. Avalon Icky is our Zone Athletics Find Your Zone player of the game. Avalon, everything W7 does, we do for who?
The girls.
All right, that's a relief. Nice job, Avalon. Great
Thank
game
you.
today. You have been watching W7. We're going to end our broadcast here. We'll be back with our 2 o'clock game, Rhinelander and Milwaukee Riverside. Jenna Kemp, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
I hope
for
you had
having me.
fun. We loved having you on. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Next year, you're going to come do one of these with us, right?
I'm a junior.
So what? You'll be back next year when you guys aren't playing.
Yeah. Maybe.
We'll work on negotiations later. You've been watching W7. We'll see you in just a few minutes.